Hey man, beware of the black dragon. That's all I can tell you, man. Beware of the black dragon.
Verse 12, let her not be as one dead.
Right, because it looked like that, back then, you would be as a person, you'd be looked at as if a person is dead, man. And see, you got 2/3 of Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans praise these white folks, man, these Edomites, man. But they're dead, they're walking dead, man. Okay? They're the walking dead, man. In the eyes of the Heavenly Father and His Son, and in the eyes of the elect. Okay? Lord willing, we don't mend it and endure to the end, but we see the truth, man. They're the walking dead, man. Go ahead.
Of whom the flesh is half consumed.
Of whom the flesh is half consumed. So it's dealing with our flesh, man. Fiend, the Most High pulled the elements out of it. But she was running her mouth. Why he didn't get Aaron? Because that woman was out of order, running her mouth, man. He got up. Okay, go ahead.
When he cometh out of his mother's womb.
Hey, man, these women think they want to talk to the Most High, man. You wait till YAHAWASHI come back, man. He gonna show you Negro, Latino, Native American women order, man. You're not gonna be able to go above the men, man. You're not gonna be able to do it, man. Esau have tricked you. In the eyes of the Heavenly Father and His Son, you beneath the man, okay? You're gonna find out when the Heavenly Father and His Son show up, okay? Because you're gonna, like they say down there in Jamaica, mash you out, okay? Like Benjamin would say, mash you out, okay? Go ahead,
Verse 13, and Moses cried unto Yahweh, saying, heal her now.
See, he was crying to the Heavenly Father, right? Saying, heal her now, man. Okay? Because he didn't want his sister to look like that. Okay? But today, people that look like that is exalted and uplifted. And the most, I got a super surprise for you people, boy. He got a super surprise for you Edomites, man. Okay? He got a super surprise for you Edomites. And you nigga women, man. Don't worry about it. Keep living your life. Keep doing that lustful stuff. Keep being a bop. Keep being a thought, meaning that hoe over there. Keep doing all that stuff. Okay? Keep the horn running the streets, swinging like monkeys to every branch that you meet. Go on, keep doing it. Most High gonna get you. He gonna kill you. Go ahead, Doc.
O power, I beseech thee.
I beg thee. Go ahead.
And Yahweh said unto Moses, if her father have put spit in her face, shall she not be ashamed 7 days?
Go ahead. Because reason why she had to be put away, go ahead.
Let her be shut out from the camps 7 days.
Because you got different forms of leprosy, okay? That leprosy that she had was contagious, man. If you touch it, you will catch it. So that's why she had to be put off for 7 days, man. Okay, that's why we quote Leviticus 13 and 13, because the leprosy that Esau got, if you touch him, you don't catch it. But the leprosy that she had, it was contagious, man. And then also mold is leprosy, okay? And also yellow hair, which is called blonde hair today, is leprosy, man. Okay? You so-called black women walking around with that blonde hair, ain't no man finna deal with that artificial madness unless he bugged out. Unless he got super demons on him. Why get some artificial stuff when you can get the real thing? You can go to an Edomite woman to get the real thing. They naturally blonde because they got leprosy. Okay? You so-called black women of the tribe is trying to find your way, man, and you completely lost, man. That's why you which your hair is your glory. Okay, that's why you stand in the mirror and spend so much time dealing with it. But when I see a woman got a hairstyle, 1 week she might have it one way, next week she might have it another way, next week she might have it another way. I already know she's in a confused state, man. I can just look at it and tell by her doing that, she don't know what the hell going on. She's in a confused state and she ain't never satisfied, man. Just looking at her just like that, man, I can already see that, man. And she expensive. Because if you're dealing with it, she's gonna be begging for money, trying to get that done, man. Okay? And that shit ain't cheap, man. Craziness out here. Beware of the black dragon. So go ahead.
And after that, let her be received in again.
And that's rude speech, man. Okay? That's called rude speech. And if I go into the Zanzibar, matter of fact, let me read it, because them demons on the comment board, right? They'll say, well, he using profanity. He using what's that? Vulgar language. Yeah. He using profanity. They don't even know, man. They don't even know. He using profanity. Alright. Now this is in the Zanzibar Compact Bible Dictionary on page 120. Okay? And also I got the scriptures linked down there when Jeremiah sent up cursing. So anyway, this is on the Zanzibar Compact Bible Dictionary, right? And they're dealing with curse. It said curse. It said the reverse of to bless on the one human level to which harm or catastrophe. Okay? It says, jumping down, it said, this passage is often misunderstood by Western readers. It says, the modern Western practice, where we at in the West, America, okay? East is their way, okay? If you pray, you face their way, okay? Down here, because that's going all the way to the east toward Jerusalem, okay? We're in the West, okay? We're in the West right now. She said, the modern Western practice of cursing, i.e. use profane language, is never referred to in the scriptures. I'll read that again. The modern Western practice of cursing, i.e. use profane language, is never referred to in the scriptures. And there go the scriptures I wrote down in there to show you that Israelites wish catastrophe, okay, on other Israelites who's going off, okay. That's the meaning of cursing, okay. Profane means unholy and outside of the temple. If you try to bring Esau into this truth and tell him he can be saved, that's profane right there. That's unholy. Okay? So read that again out.
This is Numbers chapter 12, verse 14. And Yahawah said unto Moses, if her father has put spit in her face, should she not be ashamed 7 days? Let her be shut out from the camp 7 days.
Right.
And after that, let her be received again.
Right. So there was a process that they had to follow, okay? And then the priest had to look up on her to see if she was okay. So to say that wisdom of Solomon, the 5th chapter, the 10th verse, is dealing with a so-called white person is out of your mind. And that's not talking about Solomon when he was on the earth. That's talking about YAHAWASHI when he came back as YAHAWASHI, okay? That's what that's talking about. Okay? Who the word in it called Jesus. Who the word in it called Christ. Okay? That's who that's talking about. And Solomon was him when he came back in reincarnation. That scripture is dealing with him being a sacrifice, and it's dealing with him coming back in his glory, putting Edom to death. When you read Isaiah the 63rd chapter, the 1st verse on down. Okay? That's what they're dealing with. So when you search these scriptures, and you deal with pigment, right, and color, Israelites was a dark-skinned people, man, okay? They wasn't so-called white, man. They didn't have leprosy. And if they did have leprosy, that was a sin, man, and they had to be cured of it, okay? Okay? So, what else on that comment board? Now, we dealing with the comments. We dealing with the comments. And then on top of that, man, when these people, when you shake hands, people's spirits will jump on you. That's why I don't do that, man. That's why I don't shake hands, man. And then on top of that, when you look up that the origin of shaking hands, you would shake a person's hand to show that you didn't have a weapon on you. Okay? So we don't shake hands, man. Okay? We don't do it, man. Now we're going over here. Yeah, let that phone going crazy, huh? It's always something, man.
Yeah, my phone goes crazy too.
It's always something, man. Alright, and now we just cut the mess out of that Song of Solomon, the 5th chapter, 10th verse. I want to get that Laban in there. What Laban is? There you go, right there. Now, let's go deal with Laban. Okay? We finna deal with Laban. Okay? Now, where we finna go? Genesis, 29th chapter. Okay? Now, let's see if I got it. Well, go ahead.
This is Genesis chapter 29, verse 12. And Jacob told Rachel that he was her father's brother.
And Jacob told Rachel that he was her father's brother. Okay? Read it again out. Salaki, I think I mixed that up.
This is Genesis chapter 29, verse 12. And Jacob told Rachel that he was her father's brother.
Yeah, that he was her father's brother. Salaki, if I had that mixed up. Go ahead.
And that he was Rebekah's son.
Go ahead.
And she ran and told her father. And it came to pass when Laban heard the tidings of Jacob, his sister's son, that he ran to meet him and embraced him and kissed him and brought him to his house. And he told Laban all these things.
Right.
And Laban said to him, surely thou art my bone of my flesh. And he abhorred with him the space of a month. This is Genesis chapter 29, verse 14. And Laban said unto him, surely thou art my bone and my flesh. And he abode with him the space of a month.
Right. So Jacob stayed over there. Okay? And Jacob really wanted Rachel. Okay? But he got both of them, Rachel and Leah. He ended up getting both of them. So we finna look up that word Laban, right? Let's see what that means. But they'll say, oh yeah, Laban said that Jacob is his bone of my bone and flesh of my flesh. So he was saying they were related. So when you look up the word Laban, it means white, right? But guess what? Esau, okay? And you so-called Esau is the progenitor of you so-called white people, okay? You Edomite. Laban is not, okay? White people, so-called white people, didn't show up until Esau, okay? And then on top of that, white means, when you look up the definition, it has good characteristics, okay? When you look up the word white in etymology, that don't fit Esau, okay? That don't fit Esau. Now, when you go to the blue letter and you look up the word Laban, it means white, right? Okay, it just means, it says Laban, white, son of Bartholomew, brother of Rebekah, and father of Leah and Rachel. Okay, it says white right there. That's Strong H 3837. Okay. It says white right there. But what you have to do is search it out some more, because that's not the ending of the meaning of the word Laban. Okay? Let me see if I can find it here. I had to search it out. And like I said, I was hitting these questions in 2010, man. See if I got it in here. Yeah. I just show it to you, man. It says the name Laban is a biblical baby name. And biblical, the meaning of the name Laban is white, shiny, gentle, brittle. Okay? So I put it up there so you can see it. Matter of fact, I put it up in post-production. So that's what it means. And what I did was went on Google and searched it out, because that's what you have to do. You have to search it out. And I remember searching it out a long time ago. So Laban name just don't mean white, okay? It means shiny, gentle, and brittle. Hey, that ain't got nothing to do with Esau, okay? That ain't got nothing to do with Esau, okay? Now, read that again out.
This is Genesis chapter 29, verse 14.
Now, I said I put it up in post-production, okay? So you can see it, okay? You can see it. The meaning of the word Laban. It just don't mean white. Sometimes the blue letter is watered down. It don't tell you all the definition, okay? So, go ahead, Doc.
This is Genesis chapter 29, verse 14. And Laban said unto him, surely thou art my bone and my flesh.
See, and the reason why he was saying that, because when you go back to get Genesis 19 and, Genesis 9 and 18. Or 9 and 19, one of them. Genesis 9 and, all right. Yeah. And he was the son of Noah. Shem, Ham, and Japheth, right? All right. Read on one time. Yeah.
Okay, this is Genesis chapter 9, verse 18. And the sons of Noah that went forth of the ark were Shem and Ham and Japheth.
Right. Shem, Ham, and Japheth, right? Those are sons of Noah. Okay? Those are the sons of Noah. Shem, Ham, and Japheth, right? And the reason why Laban was saying, bone of my bone and flesh of my flesh, is because Laban come out of Shem. Okay? He come out of you got Shem, you got Foxad, you got Peleg, and then you got and when you read on down throughout that them lineages, when you read Genesis when you read Genesis the 10th chapter, when you read on down and it deals with you got a Foxad, you got Peleg, right? That's the chosen line. And you got when you read Genesis the 11th chapter, right? And you jump over to Terah, right? And you deal with Nahor. That's what Laban go back to, Nahor. Okay, so that's why Jacob come out of Abraham. So Laban go back to Nahor, and Jacob go back to Abraham. That's why they were saying that. And they were dark-skinned people, man. Okay? They were dark-skinned people. So read that back over there. And now what I was looking at was Genesis 11 and 26. And that's what I was just looking at. But going back over here is Genesis 19 and Genesis 9 and 18. Read that again.
This is Genesis chapter 9, verse 18. The son of Noah that went forth of the ark was Sham and Ham and Japheth.
Yeah, so Laban come out of Sham through Nahor, okay? And Jacob come out of Sham through Abraham, okay? So that's why we said bone of my bone and flesh of my flesh. It had nothing to do with picking. Hey man, these people, man. Hey man, because I'm gonna hit you with something. When you read Genesis 25th chapter, Esau is biblically our brother, but he's not of the chosen lineage. He's on the left-hand side, okay? But he broke the brotherly covenant because he was supposed to be the brother keeper throughout all these captivities and what we was going through as a people. Nah, Esau had a perpetual hatred against us, man. So yeah, Esau is biblically our brother, but he's not of the chosen lineage, okay? So the Most High hates him, okay? So there you go. All you gotta do is read Romans 9 and Malachi, the 1st chapter, and tell you hate Esau all day long. He ain't gonna change. And you try to throw Deuteronomy 23rd chapter up in there, you going off, because when they say thou shalt not abhor Edomite, that word there's supposed to be arum. It ain't supposed to be Edomites, okay? So read that again.
This is Genesis chapter 9, verse 18. And the sons of Noah that went forth of the ark were Shem and Ham and Japheth. Right. And Ham is the father of Canaan.
Yeah, Ham is the father of the Canaanites, okay? So going back over there to where we at, Genesis 29. Right, read about Laban.
This is Genesis chapter 29, verse 14. And Laban said unto him, surely thou art my bone and my flesh.
That's why he was saying that, because Laban go back to Nahor, okay? And Nahor go back to Sham, okay? And Abraham go back to Sham, okay? And Jacob come out of Abraham, okay? That's why he was saying that. It had nothing to do with his pigment, okay? Had nothing to do with his pigment, man. So, like I said, I was here with these questions in 2010, man. And Laban and the so-called white man, is nothing pure about him. He's the devil that the Bible speaks of, man.